And welcome to the channel. And today's video is going to be a demo video, a painting video of a couple of figures. So the first one that we are going to be working on is the 3-inch Batman page punchers. So in a previous video I showed that I got this one and the Super Powers. So I got 2 of each, but I got the second ones to paint in black and gray. So this is what we're gonna be doing today. I hope the fan in the background doesn't sound too loud because it's pretty humid. It's been pretty humid and hot here in Southern California, TJ. So I got it towards my back, and also so yeah, there is no also. So we are going to tear this figure apart just in order to get access to a couple of areas. So the good thing is this is all just ball joints. So okay, I could detach the arms, but there's well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not gonna detach the cape. But I may need to, yeah, because if I'm gonna paint the cape, I don't want to paint the shoulders on the figure, so we're gonna leave this to last. I didn't set up how I'm gonna hold up these parts for when they are drying, so give me 1 second. Okay, so I just had to put some alligator clips right next to me. Okay, so also this setup is a little odd for me. Usually I need to paint really close to the figures, but recently I just got these magnifying glasses on, so I'm using these now, which will allow me to see better either from a closer or a farther distance. It's not that I have bad eyesight, it's just that for recording purposes this is gonna work out better. So right now I'm about 1 foot away. My face is 1 foot away from the leg. Usually I'm pretty much right here. You know, my face is pretty much stuck up right next to the piece that I'm working on. So, but I'm working farther away, and I can see as if I've got it pretty close to me. So the paint that we're gonna be using is this Angelus flat black. So this is a leather paint, most commonly used from a customizing standpoint by people who customize sneakers or repaint or retouch sneakers. But this is an excellent flat black, all around. And since the pieces that we're going to be working on don't require much, friction between them, there's not going to be a lot of issues with rubbing, although we are going to use a protective clear on top. But what we are going to do is try and open this bottle. And get some of the excess off. And just place it right here. And then I'm just gonna dip the tip of my brush in some water. Not a lot. These paints lay down really smooth, but You never want to paint with a completely dry brush. So just dab any excess off of the of the of the bristles. This paint lays out really nicely without thinning. So there's not gonna be a need to thin these paints other than whatever is on the tip of the brush. You know, the whatever thinning agent you have on the tip of your brush, as it's damp. So there was a report or a rumor or a leak, whatever you want to call it, a couple of days ago, or maybe I saw it yesterday, but the report came out a day earlier that McFarlane was going to release the single carded version of the Hush Batman in the blue and gray. So as some of you may know, McFarlane released a 2-pack of the Hush Batman with the Hush figure included, and that was the black and gray version. I still haven't bought that one yet. I do want it, even though if this rumor turns out to be true, the blue and gray is probably my preferred version, but I still like the black and gray. Um, I still want that version of the 2-pack, and I do plan on getting that single carded version. So that's cool. I already went out there, but the good thing is this is an acrylic water-based paint, so all of these little mistakes I can clear up with no problem. I'm gonna do that off camera because I really need to get closer with that one, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it with the camera in my way. And then there's some blue splatter from the factory paint there, so I'm gonna try and remove that. Let's see if these alligator clips, yes. So let me see, I think I rubbed off some of the paint here. So as you can see, these paints laid down real flat and even. Excuse me. So that's that one. Now let's try this leg. So I was just wondering, because I got these on a previous toy hunt, and I did uh, another toy hunt last week, but I didn't find anything. What I'm wondering is, do you guys enjoy the videos of toy hunts where you actually see the person in store looking at everything? Or you just want to see what was the score like I posted? See, the reason I didn't record myself in stores are mostly for legal purposes. I mean, I know other people do it, but the by the time a lot of these people do their toy hunts, they're doing it really, really early in the morning. I mean, right as the stores are opening, and there isn't a lot of people there. By the time I get to the stores and everything, I mean, I have to cross the border and all of that. I'm not waking up 6 a.m. in the morning just to be there at 8. Uh, you know, sorry. But a lot of those toy hunts happen when there's barely any people in stores. So any people, while they're recording their toy hunts, there isn't a lot of people in the store. So there's no legal issues if you accidentally record someone without their permission. Um, there's nothing, you know, legally binding them to, get their permission to show up in the videos. So by the time I'm there, for example, this last toy hunt, every store I went to, there were a bunch of kids already in the toy aisles. So obviously, recording minors and all of that is, without the consent of the adults is a problem, especially for a channel like this where I'm not regulating, but it's mostly aimed at adult collectors, right? And or adult, customizers, right? Which are mostly adult. That's what I'm trying to say. So you have children appear in your video, YouTube is gonna screw with your channel's algorithm and all of that, so they're gonna target children as your viewers. And hey, that's okay. I don't mind if my content is viewed by children. I don't curse a lot. On occasion I may curse, but it's not really the aim of this channel, right? It's not for kids. So that's why a lot of other channels can get away with recording their toy hunts, because there isn't a lot of people in the store, so there is no legal repercussions as far as permissions. Yeah, sure, there are spots where there weren't a lot of people around me when I was doing the toy hunt. but I still, you just never know. And also, I don't know. I guess it's just me. Even though I enjoy watching others do their toy hunts, I kind of always feel silly being there. Even when I see people do their Instagram stories or Snapchat stories and all of that, I always feel awkward. I always feel awkward myself personally, being there, witnessing them recording their stories. Meanwhile, they're just doing their thing, right? So I don't know. I don't want to put someone in that position, right, of feeling uncomfortable or awkward. You know, usually, even if you're like, imagine you're like, I don't know, having a conversation on the phone while standing in line at the cashier, right? So, and you're going off on someone, and imagine the person that's behind you who's listening to all of that, right? So, they're either cringing or making fun at you, or they're going to make fun at you later after you're gone. And I imagine a lot of these parents who see people doing toy hunts and whatnot are going to be like, you know what I saw at Walmart today? There's this kid, he was recording himself talking about all the toys that are on the aisles. You could say I'm a bit self-conscious about that. Okay, sorry. Brief intermission there from my sister. Anyway, let's get back. We already finished the other arm. We're on to the other arm. So, what was the conversation that we were talking about? Oh yeah, the toy hunts. So just let me know if you guys prefer the videos where you see the person in the store and seeing all of the what's available. Excuse me, what's available and what's not. See, the other thing is, for me at least, since I don't collect a lot of brands. Um, Everything that you see in the video is what pretty much, well, in my videos, excuse me. Everything that you see in my videos is what I collect. So it's mainly um, Transformers, the McFarlane multiverse, the Classified series, and the um, the Masterverse. Those are like my main. Those are my main um, focus right now. So there's not a lot of stuff that interests me as far as collecting, because I don't really collect. Right? I mean, like, what I buy is stuff that eventually I plan on customizing. So if I don't see an interest on my end to customize something, then I'm not gonna get it. So, and I know a lot of you guys that watch my videos are either just collectors, not necessarily customizers. So I know what you guys gonna want to see is, well, what else is on the shelves, right? Do you collect NECA? Do you collect um, do you collect Ninja Turtles or Super 7? Do you collect like other lines, like I don't know what else is on the shelves. Halo, WWE, um, or AEW. I mean, I like wrestling. I've I've been a wrestling fan since I was a kid. So I've been thinking of maybe getting into those ultimates from Ultimate line from Mattel for WWE figures. But I don't know, other than just adding shading to the figures, what kind of customizing potential there is on those. Although maybe since they are Mattel, I don't know if they are compatible with the Masterverse line, and if they are, because some of those sculpts for the Ultimates, the WWE Ultimates or whatever that line is called, I think it's just Ultimate, because Super 7 is Ultimates. Some of those sculpts are pretty cool. So, but I don't know how swappable the parts are with the Masterverse stuff. Let's see how we're gonna do this. So this is just plain old plasticine, or like Play-Doh, or like child kids clay. This is a modeling clay. So I'm just gonna put this here at the bottom. Let's see. Can you guys see this? Sorry if it's out of focus, but so again, I usually, when I'm going on toy hunts, I'm just looking for what it is that interests me, and so I'm not looking too closely at everything that's on the shelves besides what it is that I'm into, right? So I'm not I'm mostly, when I go into like the Walmarts or the Targets, I'm in and out in 5 minutes, and I don't spend a lot of time looking over the aisles, because either A, they don't have the stuff that I'm interested in, or B, if they don't have the stuff that I'm interested in, everything else, well, I'm just not gonna look at it. So that is the thing about typical toy hunt videos, because those guys that are doing those toy hunts, they're collecting a variety of lines. And that's what primarily their channel is about. They're reviewing a ton of figures. my channel isn't about reviewing stuff. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna switch to another brush. Okay, because I need to get really close in there, in between the eyes, underneath the eyes, and with the blue. So I'm switching to this Princeton short liner. What is it, 10/0 or whatever? I'm not exactly sure the how the how the brush sizes are taken into account. So that's what I was trying to. So that's what I was saying. So since I don't collect a lot of lines, in my channel isn't about reviewing action figures. Even though I've done a few, but they're all related to the customs that I'm gonna be working on. So that's why also you haven't really seen any Marvel Legends in my channel, because I'm not collecting Marvel Legends. I do have a couple. I have the most recently the black suit Spider-Man that came out, the retro carded one. I think I showed a video on that a while ago. He just made a quick cameo because I think I used them for like some size reference or something. I don't remember. And there's a lot of blue that seeped into the skin tone here, so I'm gonna have to fix that later. And so Marvel Legends, I have that Spider-Man. I got the Scarlet Witch, which I got during Comic-Con weekend. And then I have the Deadpool Negasonic Teenage Warhead 2-pack version. The Deadpool and let me start over. I have the 2-pack that came with the Deadpool and the Negasonic Teenage Warhead. So I have that. I also have the previous black suit Spider-Man that came out, I believe. I bought it separately. That came with, I believe that was also, that came in the 2-pack with Kraven the Hunter. So that's why you don't see a lot of Marvel Legends in my channel, because it's not something that I'm actively collecting. So we're gonna use this brush, which is a makeup brush. Fantasy. Let's see how this works for the cape. It's it's not a thin brush, so the reason I'm going with this for the cape is because it's got a lot of bristles and it's pretty thick. It's gonna be easier to lay down the color in between all of the folds. And I'll switch to another brush for the neck part. I'm gonna pause for just a second here. Okay, sorry, I had to hook up so I'm gonna use a hair dryer to dry the paint here quickly. I already went and painted part of the back. So I'm gonna stop this recording and I'm gonna lay down a second video because the time limit on this is pretty short, so over 30 something minutes. So I'm going to cut this and then continue with our second part. So don't go away. Okay, so here we are in part 2, and you can see the Angelus flat black lays down really nicely. You don't see any brush strokes on this. It lays down really nice. So I'm gonna keep hitting it with a blow dryer. So now that that is dry, I can go ahead and continue painting. Probably should have painted the bottom, this part first, right? And then hit the rest of the cape. So for all of you who are planning on something similar, I would recommend paint this part first, dry it, and then continue with the rest of the cape. If you don't have like something to hold on to the piece, right? So I'm gonna need to dry this off later. So so the toy hunts, as I was saying, so that's why I don't have a lot of Marvel Legends, because you know it's such an extensive line that starting to collect Marvel Legends right now would be a huge hassle, because most of the stuff that's coming out isn't that great. They're in the middle of trying out new bucks, and so who knows how many figures they're planning to redo, if any. Right? I mean, a lot of characters, like popular characters like Spider-Man, they've already got new bodies. They've got the new pinless bodies. they've got the Renew Your Vows pack that has the new pinless Spider-Man. That looks good. I don't own a a, uh, a red and blue Spider-Man in Marvel Legends. I do have a KO of the Mafex blue and red Spider-Man. And that's the only, well, not true. I also have that large 12-inch Spider-Man. I do believe, yeah, you saw that in the in how I did the spider webs, the the spaghetti webbing. I'm gonna hit this so it doesn't get black paint all over his back. The other great thing about these Angelus paints is they are pretty flexible, so you're probably not gonna get any cracking from them. So yeah, the so collecting Marvel Legends right now is like a not a priority for me. If I see something that really catches my eye, I'm gonna get it. Um, the That's why I mainly, of course, got the Deadpool 2-pack because I really wanted the Negasonic Teenage. No, I'm kidding. I really like that Deadpool, so I got it for the Deadpool, and I'm seeing how I'm going to customize the the Negasonic figure. I was trying to see how I could somehow customize her into a Robin. I thought she would make a nice base for a Robin figure. For like the Carrie Kelly type Robin, you know. Also, I've been thinking about maybe doing a live stream, you know, like a sort of, you know, just a quick, you know, maybe 1 hour or so live stream to you know, get some feedback from 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 you guys, and what more would you like to see from the channel? um, I'm gonna try and do more of these painting videos, um, since I mean, the purpose of the channel was to, okay, I need to hit the black here, The purpose of the channel was to, show all of these aspects of the customizing part of the hobby. So I haven't done a lot of demos because most of the projects that I was working on were already in progress, started, or completed by the time I started the channel. But as my interests in other stuff and other things that started to come out, throughout the existence of the channel, I've started to then work on those projects, and I just jump in head first and don't really think about doing demos like this, because the initial idea was just to record myself painting with and music overdubbed, like I did with those like the one I did for the Transformers one, whatever those mini Transformers are called, weaponizers, or no, not the weaponizers. Anyway, that was gonna be the basis of how I was gonna do those painting demo videos, and just drop some music in the background. That particular one had Metallica playing. That particular video did get a copyright strike, but since it's not monetized, I'm not even worried about it. I don't monetize my videos. That's why you don't see. Oh, I don't know what it is, how you see my videos. If during the videos you get ads or not, that's not coming from me. That's coming from YouTube. At this point, there is no purpose to monetize any of this, because well, it's just a small channel, and I'm not gonna gain anything except for maybe a couple pennies on a video, so it's not really worth it. I don't even know what would it take to actually make money on YouTube. The most popular videos that I've got on the channel all have over 1,000 views, and that's about it. I'm not reaching tens and hundreds of thousands of people aren't watching my videos. So once I start getting, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 views and all of that, then maybe I'll reconsider. But as of right now, with such a small audience for the channel, it's not something it's not something that I'm to care about. And the main purpose that I've got these magnifying glasses or amplifying glasses, however you want to call them. Like I said, I really like to get in really close when I'm painting. Right now I'm using a two-time magnification, just so I can see from a bit farther away because of the placement of the camera. And for this demo, usually when I'm painting, I'm really up close, so I would probably use a higher magnification set. It's a multi set that I got. It's got up to 5-time magnification. And it's for these types of things, these purposes, for these little tiny spots. For like doing eyes, lips, and all of that. So I'm gonna have to correct that. Let's see. Need some clean water. And something really pointy. So that's the purpose for a few of these. Like if you have toothpicks or something that's not sharp, you can use you can reshape it. Probably have these long, shish kebab type uh, long style, whatever these are called, sticks. You already have a sharp point, because this is where I got the alligator clips held onto, but I've got a few extras, so I can do stuff like this. There you go. So that's pretty much it for this guy. Let's see. Bringing in one of the arms. One of the legs. I'm worried that it's gonna rub up here. If it rubs off, I know I'm gonna need to apply some clear to this. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to apply some clear on the legs there for the hips, because it's gonna rub off as it's gonna hit right here on the I'm sorry, it's gonna rub off and it's gonna hit here on the belt. So this is the other arm. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause and I'm going to hit the clear on these. Okay, so I've hit these two pieces with clear. The clear that I'm using is the Krylon matte finish. It's not the most protective when it comes to like rubbing and all of that. But since this figure is probably gonna stay mostly static in one pose, and the parts that have been repainted don't really hit anything, you know, it's mostly just what do you want to call it? I mean, it's a static figure for the most part. It's not highly posable or anything, so the I just don't want it. I didn't want to rub the paint as I applied the parts on to the peg, to the ball joints. Sorry. So I hit this with the matte clear. It dries pretty fast, especially now that I have the fan behind me. But I'm gonna hit it with the blow dryer anyway, just to quicken the drying process. I mean, the piece during all of that talking was pretty much already dry to the touch, but I still want it super dry for when I put the piece back on. So now we've got two dry parts here. I'm gonna have to go over here with gray because I already hit this with the clear, so that's not gonna be removable. I forgot about that, and over here I don't need any corrections. So let's see how this goes. Looks like this part rubbed off right there in his butt. So I'm gonna retouch that. So you'll notice how the Krylon changed the color of the black. You can see down in the middle the color of the paint versus why wouldn't this focus? Here you can see the flat black of the paint plus the black on the trunks with the Krylon. So it changed the color into an almost a gray, from black to gray. So to keep an even look, I'm gonna have to hit Krylon on everything. And there's the head. So there you go. We have a 3-inch Batman Hush page puncher in black and gray. I'm gonna have to do some touch-ups in off camera, just to get this looking tight. But all in all, a pretty easy custom for anyone that can to work on. Again, this is just one of many colors that you can use, the Angelus flat black. But as you can see, like I said, it lays down pretty even without any brush marks, as you saw when I applied the paint on the cape. It also helps to have a brush that is not too thin. It loads up on paint, and it'll allow you to get a much even spread, even though this is a small brush. I mean, comparatively, right? If you have a wider brush, something like this, but these bristles are harder, so that's why I didn't use this one as opposed to this one, which were the bristles were really soft. So the softer the brush, the easier the paint is gonna spread. So so yeah, there you go, a black and gray Hush Batman. Up next is the superpowers. I'm gonna do basically the same. That one I can't remove any of the limbs, but I can remove the cape, so the cape won't be in the way of that one. So stay tuned for that one. And just for comparison, right? So we're gonna end it on that. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check you guys in the next one.